Hey guys, welcome to the newest episode of Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. All right guys, we're back. I feel like these weeks are going by long. I don't know, I feel like I did this weeks ago, but we back for another episode. So I want to get into some stuff, some physical media stuff I just saw today, this Tuesday. And so I just saw, Netflix. I didn't even know Netflix still, back in the day. I guess apparently they've been doing it for 20 years, 25 years, I don't know. But back in the day, I used to rent Netflix DVDs, right? They would ship the shit to your home, and you don't really have like a late fee. You could hold that shit until people probably still have them today. But just announced on September 29th, they're Xing that out completely. And a lot of people are all complaining about it. Bitch, I didn't see any of y'all with no Redbox. I follow a lot of collectors, a lot of people watch movies. I didn't see none of y'all with no Redbox slips, because I've seen that. It's a red envelope. But apparently they're giving that up. So what does that mean for physical media? Netflix, they have a lot of DVDs, Blu-rays and things like that. Video games too, I think they used to have. And you could just rent them, they mail them to your home, you keep them for whenever and you send them back. You pay like a monthly fee. And I think you could rent it a certain amount of movies or something if I remember right. They probably changed it. I didn't even know they still did this. But it's kind of interesting because a lot of people are in the comments like, oh, but, well, DVDs, they lock everything in, like original musics and things like that. And some of the movies that they do have on there, you can't stream because of these licensing things. So it's kind of interesting that they're Xing this out. But I guess they're trying to get out of the physical age, I guess. I mean, Netflix is cool, I guess. Some of their movies lately ain't been all that. And they ain't got a lot of shit. They put shit on there and take it off. They're good shows, though. I still got to check out Beef. A lot of y'all said, oh, go watch Beef. I don't know what kind of beef these people having, but I'm looking forward to it. I like Ollie Wong, and I like the dude from, they got his Brains Bastion from Walking Dead. I forgot his name. But yeah, I gotta check that out, Beef. But yeah, Netflix is giving that up. What do y'all think? Do you guys still collect DVDs from this Netflix? I'm sure maybe y'all still have those little red envelopes. I don't know. But I didn't even know they still did it. So I just want to bring that up to y'all attention. September 29th is the last day. Based on their tweet, they're like, oh, September 29th is the last day we're shipping a DVD. I don't know, they probably won't get it back. But yeah, so that's ending that. But let's get into some little tea that I found out last week. So last week I talked about Kill Her Goats. You watched last week's episode, and that was an experience. So I forgot who messaged me. Maybe it was you, DK, I don't know. It might have been Jeff, Films at Home. Shout out to you. It might have been you. But y'all sent me this thing here. He watched Kill Her Goats, and he reached out to me. He was like, oh, what did you think? Oh, watch our video. But basically, the main girl with the big boobs that was twirling around with her wine, that bitch. Yes, that bitch is a nasty girl. She a mean girl. Yeah, she a porn star, but she's a mean girl. So apparently in 2016, 2017, around the age, I don't know, look it up on TMZ. I can send y'all the screen grab if you want the receipts. But this bitch was working out somewhere, trying to work out the booty she ain't got. And she was taking pictures of this old woman. This old woman was working out, doing her thing, trying to get fit and tight and right? And basically this girl was undressing. So she's in the dressing room, and this big bitch, Danny Matthews, whatever the fuck her name is, the main girl in Kill Her Goats, basically she snapped a picture of this old lady undressing or getting dressed. She was butt naked. And then she gonna post it to her social media. This dumb bitch is gonna say, if I have to see this or if I can't unsee this, neither will you. I was like, you dumb broad. What the fuck? Why are you gonna post that old ass holding girl on your page? Like, bitch, she obviously felt good about her body, which is why she was butt naked in front of your ass, you skinny little young bitch. She looked younger in 2016, obviously. She had a lot of crow's feet in this new movie. But that's besides the point. So I didn't like that. I already didn't like the bitch's acting, and she rolling over the bed and hitting herself on corners and shit. But fuck, girl, don't be posting old people's pictures. And then she claimed that it wasn't invading anyone's privacy or anything. She a dumb bitch. I just want to say I like that movie less now because of that hoe. But watch Kill Her Goats. Shout out to them. They really put they put into that promo for that movie. But that was pretty interesting. If y'all knew that, let me know. If you didn't, yeah, whatever. Moving on. All right, guys. Something else happened to me this week. Let me tell you. So I'm a collector. I like figurines. Like the Chucky here. It's amazing, right? So y'all, if y'all follow me, you see I collect Marvel, NECAs, all this good stuff. Toonie Terrors. Fun shit, right? So lately, Marvel, they have the Marvel Legends line, and they usually have in the packaging, you can see the figurine through a window. They changed it because they're trying to be eco-friendly or some shit, who knows? But it's cardboard now, and you just see the picture on a cardboard, and that's what's inside, right? So every time I buy a Marvel character, there's something else in it. So this week I posted, because I went to Target, I was all happy. I found the new wave of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Shout out, got my tickets for the movie. I'm really excited. And they had a lot of characters. So I said, I'll get like maybe one or two. So I got Mantis and I was going to get Rocket, right? So I got Mantis, went to go pay for it. I was leaving, going to work. And I said, you know what? I should probably open this, because this has happened before where you get a character, you open it, and it's something else, right? So I said, this can't happen to me, right? Not twice. I open it as before I go to work, and I was like, okay, cool, this is it. I see the little wrapper is still there. I unwrap it, and it's a salt shaker. Like, shake, a salt shaker. What the fuck I'm gonna do with this? Did Thanos snap it into a salt shaker, like, bitch? And I was like, fuck. Instantly, I'm like, salty. But instantly, I was just like, bitch, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to go back in here and return this. I'm black. They're gonna look at me like, oh, bitch, you probably did this. So I walked back to that cashier that I already see. She seen me buy it like 2 seconds ago. Like, girl, this is what I got in my package. She was like, oh, go to customer service with her fat ass. Anyway, so I go to customer service. She didn't want to help me. I go to customer service, and this old Asian woman, she just looked like, oh, how can I help you? You know, like that. And then I give her that. I said, this happened. I grabbed another character from the shelf because I wanted to like double check. So bitch, we're gonna do this in front of you because bitch, I'm black. I ain't trying to get arrested, bitch. I want my money. So I got another character and I said, hey, I want to return this, but I'm gonna open this in front of you to see because I'll exchange. She said, okay. And then I open it. And what was it? The pepper shaker, the master salt. Bitch, could you believe it? And she's seen it. I took pictures and I posted, right? You can't make this shit up. So y'all niggas went to this store and y'all bought these characters and you took the toys out and put salt shakers. You went to Dollar Tree and got some $1.25 tree and put these salt shakers in and returned it. And these people don't check. Let me tell you, when I was gonna give her the box, she wasn't gonna look in that box. And they taped it perfectly. I know it had to be her people because it was so precise. But she seen it, she returned it, she looked at it like, what is this? I said, it's supposed to be what that is on the box, not a salt shaker. And she's like, oh. So I returned it, and I got my money back, and I left. But I was one salty bitch, so I posted on the internet. Y'all a mess, let me tell you. So a lot of people were like, oh, I've seen this happen before. Some people were like, oh yeah, they're bringing the windows back. So by the end of the year, the Marvel characters will have windows. You can see what it is, so if this happens, you'll know. Because the real tea, I've seen it before, even with the windows. They'll put a different character, the hands are different. Like, what the fuck did y'all do? Y'all playing arts and crafts and putting it and returning it? Weird. So I go and on Facebook, bitch, I don't be on Facebook like that, but there was a comment and it really angered me. It's a man saying, this has gotta be fake. I work at Target, this would never happen. Bitch, you don't work at my Target! Shout out to you, Lizzie Luna, because you had my back, because bitch, I don't be on Facebook. She was like, oh, well, not every Target is one and the same, but she had my back. And I went on there and I had to clap back. Because, bitch, no. So I had to clap back on him, and he didn't even respond to me. I got a couple likes, so, bitch, rude. Fuck you. I don't have enough time in my day to go make some shit like this up, bitch. I don't have no time for that. I got shit to do, and I got movies to watch. I ain't got time to make up no false story on the internet for you. I didn't like that, so blocked. Anyway, so I just want to let y'all know that happened, and yeah. So check your toys if y'all collect. That's my little story of the week. Moving on, we got some movies to get into, y'all. But first, I want to talk about a Lifetime movie, network movie. It's a Lifetime movie called A Nurse to Die For. So this movie is, the reason I watched it is, shout out to Michael Verardi. He wrote on this and he posted it all over his stories. Michael Verardi's awesome. He does the Midnight Mass podcast with Peaches Christ. They had me as a guest on their live stage event here in San Francisco. And ever since, we've been chatting here and there, and I saw he did this movie, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check this out. I used to love Lifetime movies. I used to watch them with my grandmama. We used to have a good old time watching Lifetime movies. So, he even told me, he already set me up, it was just like any other movie, but he wanted to add some twist to it. You can watch this on the Lifetime Movie Network thing, and I think Prime. So it's about a family. It's about a girl. It opens up with her just like, she's with her dad, and I guess their mother had passed away, and she starts coughing, and then she's like about to like couldn't breathe. So they take her to the hospital, and she has this disease, something with her lungs, where she has trouble breathing. So he's a hardworking guy. He's a single father. The mother who passed, mom, the grandma, she comes to help him here and there, but she suggested that he gets a nurse. So, mind you, while this is happening, he's interviewing nurses. There's somebody watching them, right? So there's a bitch watching. So obviously this is going to be the bitch that's going to come up in here and try to like take these people, right? So basically what this movie's about is about this nurse who he eventually brings into his home, and he ends up hiring because he got great feedback from her agency, which was fake. Spoiler alert. But she got this, that was her. She changed her voice trying to be like, oh, I'm an agent. Bitch, she crazy. But we don't get into it. This movie was very, have y'all seen The Hand That Rocks the Cradle? It's very that. This bitch wanted a new family. She used to have a family, and she lost it because this family, I guess the mom was driving, the mom of this sick kid. Apparently, she got into a car accident, right? And she hit somebody else, and I think it was this nurse bitch. So the nurse bitch lost her family because of this bitch. So she wanted to take the family that bitch took. So she got to get her family back. It's like A Hand That Rocks the Cradle mixed with Inside minus the blood, because this is Lifetime. It's those put together. But when this bitch got into this family, she would make this tea. I wish I had my cup. She would make this tea for the daughter, and it would always put her to sleep. But then when she would wake up, she would cough and be more sick. So she was making her sicker. So everyone has this famous tea, like the girl that the dad be fucking at work that the girl is jealous about because she's trying to take him. She went into the shower and left the door open, dropping her towel. She got in there, closing it, and then he all looking because, you know, he wanted some of that little young pussy. Well, she wasn't that young. But anyway, so he wanted that. She's like, Rick, whatever his name is, calling him, and he's all going to he ran too. He wanted that pussy. He's like, can you get my towel? Bitch, you just dropped it in front of me. Why you want me to get the towel? So she's trying to seduce him. All right. So basically, the old girl from work peep gang that this bitch wasn't what she seemed. And she was like, I'm going to steal some of this little flower weed shit she put in this tea. So then she ended up passing out. So she knew something was up. Anyway, it's almost spoiled this too much. But basically, it's about this crazy woman trying to take this family. She's trying to make this poor girl sick, and it hurt my heart. But I love it, because that ending when they have them tumbles and rumbles because these old bitches can't fight. It's an experience. But shout out to Michael Verardi. I like the little twist that you added. I'm not going to spoil this too much. But shout out to him, and thank you for posting about it. And I have to check it out. Lifetime. All right, guys. So we're going to get into some Tubi movies before we get into the movie of the hour. But we're going to get through these Tubi movies. We got not one, not two, but 3 fucking Tubi movies this week, y'all. I'm making up for past time. So it's Terrell's Tubi Time. We're going to start with No Way Out. No Way Out came out this past Friday. It's a Tubi original from Christopher Stokes. You know, the one that was with B2K and IMX. We talked about him. You know, he pedophile-ish. But he got Marcus Houston still in this grass. So Marcus Houston's been in the by the balls. Yeah, so he's been in this media because he is like in his 40s or something, and he's dating a 19-year-old, right? He met her when she was 17, and he's all over the shade room, bitch. Apparently, he feels that he don't want to date no one 41 because he feels like she's going to have baggage, she's going to have children, and she's going to be too independent and have a stank attitude. So he wanted to be with a young bitch because he feels like she won't have none of that. He won't have no baggage, no kids, and won't talk back to him because he's Roger. Go home, Roger. That's what I wanted to say this whole movie. This movie was bad. No Way Out. I wanted to be out of this movie, but I was in it. So it also stars Casper Smart, the one that's down low that was fucking J-Lo. J-Lo's gorgeous. She would turn any man, wouldn't she? But Casper is in this movie. He plays this thug that's in jail, right? So it has Marcus Houston. He's with this girl, and it opens up with this, and somebody gets killed. I don't know. He's an attorney. I guess this guy shot himself. This Arturo guy, some Mexican. I think he was related to the guy in jail. I think it was his brother. We could just spoil throughout this because this movie's bad. I'm going to save y'all the trouble. So basically, the brother got killed, but he was in jail beforehand with Casper, the two brothers, but he was innocent. Oh, no. Casper Smart was innocent. The brother wasn't, but he got out of jail. He had something happening with this girl, and these cops are after him. He killed himself. He killed his girlfriend. Marcus Houston was like, he quit his job because he felt some type of way. He was friends with this guy, you know? So it opens up. He's with a new girl. He's with, what's her name? Lyrica from Love and Hip Hop. Hollywood, I think. So they're together, and then something else happens. Somebody else dies. I don't know. They end up breaking up because he has another girl. He just be rotating females in this movie. And then he goes to go get his daughter, because they have a daughter. He goes to go back to Lyrica, and he knocks out the boyfriend. He just walks up and just punches the man. You just say, hi, bye, how are you? He just knocked him out. And Lyrica's like, you can't do that. We're not together. This is my new man. Ugh. And then some thug come knocking on the door for Miss Marcus Houston. And why Marcus Houston wearing a wig? I don't get it. He wearing a fake, this nigga wearing, he got a braid coming like here, a braid, just one braid, one. And then they were trying to showcase that he was struggling, so his hair grew out. And then when he was back to work, because he was threatened, Casper in jail was like, oh, you're gonna have to help me get out. If you don't help me, we killing your family. And he was like, oh, I gotta help you. So, on the back end of that, some other dude trying to come up here, oh, you got to keep him in jail. You can't get him out, because if you get him out, I'm killing your family. So what he going to do? He going to get him out, his family dying. If he ain't going to get him out, his family dying. This movie's stupid as fuck, by the way. So he shaves his braid off, that wig come right off, and then he gets to work, and there's a lot of crossing paths and trying to be shady towards these two parties, and it just ends. It's such a bad movie. Check it out if y'all want. I didn't like it, but it's called No Way Out. And I felt like there was no way out of that movie. 1 star. All right, guys, we're moving on. So, the Tubi original movie that I want to talk about this week that really caught my interest, you guys, was it starred Jennifer Hudgens and Jennifer Hudgens. I can always fuck up people's names. Vanessa Hudgens. It stars Vanessa Hudgens and Gigi something. I ain't gonna even try it. So, it stars Vanessa Hudgens, and this movie is a docu-series. It opens up very found footage-like, because they're filming themselves going to different parts of Salem and LA and the haunted homes to be, she wants to be Wiccan. They're playing themselves. So they're playing themselves and they're into the spiritual vibes of witchcraft and talking to spirits and feeling and connecting with people in the spiritual realms. So they talk to various witches and things like that, or supposedly witches. They go on this road trip together. And I'm telling you, if I were to watch this movie when I was drinking or something, I'd be wasted. If you play a game with this, every time these bitches say, ooh, that's hot, or hot. I'm like, bitch, y'all ain't Paris Hilton and Nicole, whatever the fuck her last name is. Y'all ain't these girls. What are they called? The Simple Life? Anyways, it was very that, but they had darker hair. And they were Wiccans. They were dressed in like witchcraft-like. But basically, Vanessa Hudgens said she wanted to bring a lighter tone to what people perceive witchcraft being dark. So it's them on a road trip. I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but they go to different houses. They do connect with spirits per se, little lights flickering. There's some creepy moments. They do a Ouija board talking to somebody. That was kind of scary. But it was kind of a lot of nothing happening, a lot of talking. There's a point where these bitches is making cookies. And they're just like, oh, do we put... Bitch, she didn't know. She just said, oh, these are the ingredients. She threw them all in a bowl. And then Vanessa's like, wait, did you read how much is supposed to go in there? It's a lot of that. It's stupid. I was like, what am I watching? I feel like the movie was very much like that. It was a bunch of ingredients thrown together in a bowl with no way to go. And bitch, that's what the Dead Hot movie was about. It was dead hot. It was not that hot, but it was lukewarm. Yeah, so that's what that is. So Dead Hot on Tubi. It's a Tubi original. If y'all like witchcraft, y'all want to see Vanessa Hudgens outside of her being topless and leaking her photos and being on High School Musical, check it out on Tubi. All right, guys, so I've been waiting to talk about this. So this is, if y'all remember my review of Tiffany the Doll, that went up a couple episodes ago. Well, apparently the director, creator, writer, and everything to that movie, Felicia Rivers, found it and she watched it and she said her and her partner were just cracking up. She just loved the review and she wanted me to watch more of her films, which is fine because that movie was everything to me. I mean, it was a lot, but I loved it. So it was really cool. Thank you. Shout out to you, Felicia girl. Thank you for watching the video. But she's been sharing it and she said, you gotta watch some other movies. So I looked at Tubi. She has like 6 or 7 movies there. She has a new one dropping this week. The 25th, I believe, and another one coming out the week after. So stay tuned for that. Geechee One Films, shout out to you. But the one that I picked to watch is Lilith's Ball, The 7 Deadly Sins. So this movie stars Nikki Natural. Nikki Natural's from Love and Hip Hop Miami. You know, the one that was trying to fuck up on Trina. They were trying to fight. She was dating Trick Daddy at the time. He's getting his grills up, by the way. Side note. But, so this movie's, this is from Geechee One Films, the same creators of Tiffany the Doll. So you probably already know what you in for. All right, so this movie, I had a lot of fun watching. This movie's a hot mess, so let's just get into it. So, 7 Deadly Sins on Tubi. So, Lilith. So, it opens up with the guy, Isaiah. He's with his boys, having a good time. He's going to a party. All right, let's just peep this party. This party, remember Tiffany the Doll, where they having parties, lunch, and dinners and shit in a house, talking about it's a restaurant? It opens up like that. So you already in a house. It looked like it was a house. I saw kids art on the wall. You had those big, tall lamps with a fishbowl on top. My mama have those. And there was a tree. If you live in a black home, most likely you have a tree with fucking lights on it that should be cute for Christmas, but they be out all year long. My family had it. They had it too. This is a weird ass club. All right, so they're in this club. He's talking about, oh yeah, I'm broke, and he meets this girl in a red dress, Nicki Minaj, looking cute. And he goes up to her, and she's like, I can give you whatever you want and all this stuff. Money, fame, all this shit. You just gotta give me your soul. And I think he was talking about her sucking the soul from him. I don't know. But he's like, oh yeah, whatever, you can have my soul. All right, so after that, he meets this girl. So he meets this girl at the bar, and I guess he's trying to go home, and he talks to this boy all the damn time. He said, oh, I'm about to give this girl these inches. And I was like, what inches? What? Okay. So basically they leave, and he's like, let's go to your house. And she's like, okay. So they finally leave the little house bar, and they go to her house, right? But it's a house that they say is a hotel. So basically they're at a hotel, not her house, I'm sorry. They went to a hotel, y'all. So they're gonna go, he's about to give her them inches. So they're about to roll one up, give her some inches. So she in the bathroom freshening it up at this hotel, right? Getting her wig right, getting cute, right? So he's looking through his jeans, he calling his boy. Why they always call their boy when they up to something? Like Tiffany the doll, they calling the boy when he about to get cut the fuck up. Anyway, so he's about to give the bitch some inches, and he calling his boy. And he's like, oh, I ain't got my condoms, da-da-da. He looking through, he see his wallet, and there's a bunch of money in it. I was like, ooh, he getting the coins. He's like, oh, thanks for putting this money in my wallet. He's like, nigga, I didn't give you no money, but that money came out of nowhere. So he puts it back in his wallet, the girl come out, and they about to get it on, right? He get on the bed and say, I'm tired. Bitch, you want to get some inches. So she's like, no. She pulling them pants off. So they get it in. You actually see some nudity. You see the ass, the dude's booty hole, or his little crack, and he was getting it in. And then she laid it down on him, right? Because when he woke up, she was like grabbing her shit, and she looked at his wallet. What'd she do? She stole all his money. So she got that money. He's like, where you going? And at first I'm like, aren't you all in her house? Why is she leaving her house and leaving you there? But I remembered, oh, they're in a hotel, but it looked like a house. But it's a hotel. It's supposed to be a hotel, but it's a house. I was so fucking confused. Felicia. Anyway, so she get her shit and she leave. She said that dick wasn't that good. And then she leave. And then he wake up. He's like, oh, wait, I ain't got my clothes. He just had on some drawers, right? So he called his girl, I guess it was his friend, or I guess they were roommates. So mind you, it's daytime, but then it goes to nighttime. Very Tiffany the doll. So he called her, he said, Lala, wake up. She was like, nigga, I'm asleep. And he's like, I'm stranded. Come get me at the hotel. She's like, what hotel? And he told her the hotel. She's like, I can't go there. I've been fighting bitches up there. I was dead. She's like, I can't. She's like, you got to come outside. He's like, but I'm naked. So, well, I can't come get you. And she's like, I can't go there. He's like, oh, I'll roll you a blunt. She said, it better be that good shit, that Zaza, that yo-yo, that good shit. I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? That zig? I was confused. What's a yo-yo? What's a Zaza? But that's what she wanted. So she ended up picking his naked boy up. They go back to the house, right? And they rolling up, they smoking. And then he run out of weed, and she coming out like, why are you being so lazy? Because, all the 7 deadly sins, we can go through all of them. So he being lazy. So he finds this jar of fucking weed. And she's like, we about to smoke this. So they smoke it. And tell me why both these bitches fall asleep. And then the little thing falls, cut. And it's a YouTube video of a fire in a building. Apparently it's supposed to be an apartment, but it's a house. And it's a fire. And then it cuts. And then he's at his boy's house. I'm like, how did he get out of the fire? Did he die? He's talking about all these people that live there. Where did they go? He said, oh, an hour ago I had a fire. You look fine. Wouldn't you be at a hospital somewhere? You fell asleep and you lit up I guess the weed fell, the Zaza went on his, I was confused. So now he's even more broke. So he's gonna stay for dinner because his boy's wife is like, oh, my girl Felicia coming over, or Alicia, whatever the fuck her name was, and she works in real estate. Maybe she could hook you up. Bitch, he just lost his house an hour ago, and he broke. He lost all his money because the girl that fucked him took his money. So we get to that. They have their dinner, bitch. This is what they eating. Pastaroni, bitch. They just dip it. And the wife kept poking it, and it kept falling. I don't know why I was so distracted. I'm trying to listen to the dialogue, and she kept poking her pastaroni, and it kept falling off the fork. Poke, fall. I was shocked. And then she was burping like a man. But apparently you had Miss Alicia's like, she just met Mr. Isaiah, too. She's like, oh, I'm a real estate. I could pay for your rent for 3 months. And as long as you can help me with some things. So I was like, ooh, she wants the inches. But she do it. She get him an apartment. It's actually a new home, right? So she get this new home, and he gets a phone call from another woman with red hair. She's screaming, "Isaiah, help me!" She's just going crazy. He was like, "Where you at? Where you at?" She's like, "Help me!" And there's a guy banging on the door. So he tells his boy, "Oh, I gotta go. This nigga's beating my sister." So he runs to the house. He barges in and just starts beating up he punched the man. He went down. It was like Debo came on Friday. He knocked him, bitch got knocked the fuck out. And then he was about to keep going. His sister's like, no, he's asleep. I was like, he's asleep. Yeah, we see that. So he was asleep. She knocked him out, and they go outside on the porch, and she goes, "Oh, thank you for coming to help me, da-da-da-da." And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, bitch, you need to leave him. But anyway, that happened. That was a very quick scene. There was that. And then he's back with his boys. They're going to go, get some new girls, because he already got Alicia. He fucking giving her the inches. But he going to this bar or a restaurant. But it's probably someone else's living room. So they go to a restaurant, and then they get seated, and he sees this girl across the way with this beautiful little blue wig, and she's sitting there with these papers. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to get that. I'm going to take that home." I was like, "Oh my God." And then he tells the waitress, "Give her that bottle." And then they're like in a Denny's looking thing. So they had a bottle. It was a bottle of cheap whiskey. It was 4 Roses. And they put it there. And then he goes to sit next to her. He was like, "Oh, you want a drink?" She says, "I'm working. I'm not going to drink with you." Da, 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 da. She acted like very bougie. And then her friend came in, Miranda. I love Miranda. She went, "Hey, girl." She came in talking about, "Oh, you finished this work? What you doing?" And she looked at the man. And she was like, Like she gave him all these kind of looks. And he didn't like her. I could tell. Anyways, after all that, he talked her. He smooth talked her. He tried to give her some game, I guess. And she was like, they end up leaving, right? So they go back to her place. So literally they're going to her house this time. And it's actually a hotel. So earlier they were going to a hotel and it was somebody's house. This time they're going to her house and it's a fucking hotel. And you could tell it's a hotel. You could see random ass little weird ass art. It's a hotel. So why couldn't they film the house from earlier in the hotel? I don't know. I couldn't tell y'all. But we're gonna get into it. I had fun with this. So they get in, they get this shit going, and then as he's getting dressed, he has his clothes this time. She's getting dressed, and she's about to, kick him out. And he's like, "Oh, so how did it go last night? How did you like that?" He says, "You didn't make too many noises." And she was like, "That dick wasn't good." She was like, "That wasn't no good dick. You didn't make me feel nothing." She said, "There's one thing I would never fake. I won't fake an orgasm. My hair ain't fake. Da-da-da-da. My body is right and tight. She's all real and all this." He was like, "That hair ain't real." He was like, "Yes, it is. It's pure Indian, straight from the temple." All right, so that's Indian hair from the temple. And then he called her an ugly bitch. He called her, you're going to fuck a man up by telling him his dick ain't good, girl. You fucked him up with that. So he was so mad that he didn't give her them inches right. So maybe he gave her centimeters. Who knows? So she didn't like the dick. So she moved on, y'all. So then he's still, the 7 days isn't starting to happen. He's getting all these girls, the money. He sees his billboard eventually on this thing. So his boy he always hanging out with, he is out of town. So he goes to, I don't know why, he got a whole house that this bitch is paying 3 months for. And she secretly likes him, but he's too busy fucking other girls and her. So he goes to the boy's house, and he was just chilling there. Then the wife come home. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you would be here." And I didn't know either, bitch. Don't you got your own house? Why are you sitting in his house? So he's just chilling there. And then she's like giving him all these eyes. We're in the lust phase, right? So she goes upstairs, another one, like a nurse to die for. She get her towel, she dropping it. She's like seducing him. She asks him to come in, and his dumb ass, of course he's gonna go in. He goes in, he was like, later on, he said, "Oh, put a spell on me." He ended up fucking her in the bathroom, and in the shower. And then she's like, "Ooh, I'll see you soon." He said, "You will," and all this shit. So he about to be fucking his boy's wife. So he goes, and there's another girl, goes over to Gluttony because he's living with another girl, confused. Did he stay with the other girl? He's with this other bitch, a bigger girl who's making him food. I don't know why you gotta make the big girl the one that cooked, but she made him some home-cooked meals, and he was just eating it all up. And he's with this new girl, so I guess that's the sister of the other one, and she was like, "I got leftovers." He was like, "Oh, let me eat that too." So he was just grubbing, just eating all the food, right? And then the husband come home, and then he goes off on him because he been sleeping with his wife. So he was about to put him to sleep next. That was that. And then the movie just goes on. He gets fat, and he gets mad at his girl for not saying that he's fat, but he's going through all these phases. So he realizes that bitch at the ball put this on him. So he goes back to the living room, because he wants to go back to talk to this woman. He went back to Nikki Natural. And then she looking at him like, oh, so why are you here? So she's like, that bitch. And then he's like, I want my soul back. She's like, oh, no, you already made a deal with me. He's like, oh, you think you God. She's like, no, I'm not God. Snaps her fingers and all these bitches pop up. And they all laugh at him because she like the devil. And then it goes off. So that's the movie, Lilith's Ball. That movie was crazy though. I loved it. This movie was crazy. He was too busy giving all these bitches these inches. I guess his dick wasn't that good, so it wasn't that much. But that movie was good. I had a good time watching it. It was a lot of fun. I think it'd be fun with a group of friends. But check it out. This is more of like a thriller. It kept me on the edge of my seat. The acting was pretty good from these actors, but I do feel like it was so chaotic, so unexpected, and that's what I like by these Geechee One films. And I can't wait. She's doing various different movies. She has horror, thriller, drama, comedy. So watch these movies. We got to get these movies up high on these rankings, the number 1s, 2s, and 3s in these categories. There's a heist one that I want to check out next because that's got to be good. But yeah, check it out. Lilith's Ball, The 7 Deadly Sins. All right, guys. So we're going to get into the main movie that I watched last week, which was a lot of fun, y'all. And it is Renfield. Let's get into it. So Renfield stars Nicolas Cage as Dracula. So Nicolas Cage, let me tell you, I didn't know what this was going to be about. You know, I saw little trailers, they weren't that good. Nicholas Hoult, what is he from, the Hunger Games or some shit? I don't know. He cool, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect with this. I love Awkwafina, so I was excited for that, from Shang-Chi, Crazy Witch Asians, and all this good stuff. So she's funny, so I was all here for that. So this movie, I went to it with low expectations, and let me tell you, bitch, I was blown away. This movie was so much fun. Lots of blood, gore, action, a great story. I feel like Nicolas Cage was born to play Dracula. I heard that he was very on this role. Like, he was very, like, doing research and very, like, he wanted to make sure this was perfected, and it was great. There's a moment where he's in, like, the Nicholas Holt's, he's his assistant, basically, the vampire assistant. You know, he had the person that goes out and gets the blood and bodies for you. Basically, he had this moment in his hotel, and it was just, like, so, like, cartoony, but his acting was all up and down, and the facial expressions, the movements, the way he looked, he was kind of scary, the teeth, everything, the effects on this movie. This was insane. Let me tell y'all, I gave this an easy 5 stars because I had way too much fun. It exceeded my expectations. So it's basically about this guy. He goes to these AA meetings for people for bad relationships. He feels like he's in a bad relationship with Dracula. So basically, Dracula is, he caters to his needs by bringing him, you know, fresh people to eat because he's wounded and shit. I don't want to spoil too much of this movie, but basically, he wants his own footing. He feels that he doesn't want to be just the assistant. So this movie is pretty solid. It's pretty exciting in that sense. And Awkwafina comes in, she's a cop. She's been after these people called the Lobos. They're like a wolf gang. They be stealing shit. They run everything. Like the cops, they run everybody. Like they get away with murder, literally. So she been trying to stop them. I guess her dad died because of the Lobos, but no one will listen to her. So she teams up with Mr. Nicholas Hoult, and it's just so fun. I love it. This assistant guy, he got to eat bugs, which is super disgusting to get his powers. I don't know. This movie is so fun. Y'all gotta go watch it. A lot of blood, a lot of gore, a lot of good time. I want to watch it again, and it was so good. I was just so shocked. I couldn't believe how much I liked this movie. I was in that theater like a little kid in the candy stuff, just like so excited, like I was watching Toy Story for the first time. Or I couldn't think of a different analogy. But yeah, just like that, just excitement. But I really, if y'all seen it, let me know. I really like this movie, and I want to watch it again. I can't wait for the Blu-ray. I'm hoping for a steelbook, a premium, something. But yeah, let's get into some Blu-rays, y'all. All right. First up that I got picked up this week is Magic Mike. Magic Mike's Last Dance. This is the 3rd in the Magic Mike series, and I think it's the last, and thank God, because this is not a good movie. So, I love me some Channing Tatum. I love me some Salma Hayek with her little accent. But basically, he's like off being a bartender somewhere in Miami or some shit, and she's this rich bitch, and he's a retired dancer, and they have he does a nice little striptease dance for her at the beginning, and she just wanted, she wanted the inches. And basically, she takes him on this trip so that they want to bring back this stage show. And it's a lot of talking, a lot of boring moments. I was bored as fuck. Until the ending. I will say what saved this is the ending. That last dance sequence was amazing. It's like Step Up and Bring It On and all these movies put together into one thing. And that was great. I think that cost the ticket alone is that last dance sequence. So, I mean, this movie's cool. I got it for completist purposes. I own them all. I love Channing Tatum and Salma Hayek. But I don't know. I didn't like this one in the series as much. But I did like the last dance number. It was amazing, and it was great. It's like the last 25 minutes of the movie. But yeah, if y'all, this is WB. They're celebrating their 100 years. So a lot of their new releases they come out with this little 100 years little emblem at the top, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, the only bonus features this does have is a featurette and a deleted scene. So Magic Mike. All right. Next up is a movie that the Overlook Hour, they did conversate with this director. Great interview. Episode 400, check it out, on the Overlook Hour. They talked to Jason Eisner, and he did a new movie called Kids vs. Aliens. So this is really fun. This is a Shudder release, so it's a Shudder exclusive. So y'all, if y'all want to hold off on getting the Blu-ray, do check it out on Shudder. And I don't know much about this because I didn't really watch it myself, but it's a solid interview. I did hear the interview. And so if you guys would like to watch the movie, if you've seen the movie, check out that episode. But yeah, I'm not a big alien kind of guy. I don't really like aliens that much. I'm not a big, but this is an hour and 15-minute movie, hour and 10-minute movie, and I like that. Like, let's get straight to the point. So I'm assuming it's gonna be straight to the action. I'm hoping, straight to the entertaining stuff. Hopefully it's very Renfield, but with kids. Who knows? Also, the director, he also did Hobo with a Shotgun, if that means anything to you. But I like this Blu-ray. It's a nice slipcover. I saw some of you guys that bought this week. It has a reversible insert, so this cover here is something different if you flip it. I didn't open mine quite yet. I literally just got it in the mail today. But yeah, I ordered this on Amazon. I think Best Buy, if your Best Buy carries Blu-rays, does have this release in store. But yeah, Kids vs. Aliens. So you can listen to that more on the Overlook Hour if you want more of a review. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it and I'll probably revisit it in the future. But yeah, bonus feature time. So there's featurettes, there's a making of, and there's storyboards. So that's kind of cool. Slipcover, check. Special features, check. I just hope the movie's great. It'll be a triple feature, bitch. Let's get it. Kids vs. Aliens. Next up is the man of the hour, Chucky. So I'm a big Chucky fan, hence we got a Chucky going. And I'm excited for this. Living with Chucky. So this is a documentary that played at various film festivals, and it finally hit Screenbox a couple weeks ago. So if you guys have a subscription to that, check this out if you want to save some coin, or you can just buy this amazing Blu-ray. It's $19.99 on all your retailers, and I love it too because it's part of the Screenbox line, and it's number 3. So the first one is the Pennywise documentary for the It movie. Number 2 is Terrifier 2, and this is number 3. So I like that they're putting out their series of Blu-rays and they're numbered. I hella like that. It's super cool. The collector in me just loves that type of situation. It has amazing slipcover, and also if you untake it, you have the original cover from the documentary. So I haven't watched this quite yet, but I'm excited to. I was specifically waiting for the Blu-ray to visit this, but I love Chucky, love Child's Play. I watched Chucky the series, can't wait for season 3. And I can't wait, it has interviews with a lot of the castmates, Don Mancini, who's made these Chucky movies, Jennifer Tilly, everybody's in this. So Living with Chucky, it's a great documentary. I've heard a lot of great things. And yeah, bonus features are there's candid conversations with the casts, favorite death scenes that they all talk about, strange families, and director's commentary. So it has some solid little bonus features there. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely going to check this out. I love Chucky. And yeah, can't wait to see where this goes with season 3 drops. But yeah, Living with Chucky. All right, guys. And the last Blu-ray that I picked up this week, this movie is another movie. Speaking of Renfield, where I had a lot of fun. I had more fun in Renfield than this, but Cocaine Bear. This movie you can also watch on Peacock. If you have a Peacock subscription, y'all can watch this there. It's streaming. But the Blu-ray did drop. Target, Best Buy, everyone carries this in store. My Target can have this shit out. But yeah, inspired by true events. So this bear, I talked about this a few episodes ago, but this bear consumes cocaine and goes crazy. So yeah, my favorite character is her right here, little park ranger. She was amazing with her bush that she was trying to get tickled. And yeah, this movie's crazy. Ice Cube's son is in this, looking just like his daddy. He gained the weight, looked just like his daddy. You could put him in the new Friday movie. It'd be great. But Cocaine Bear, I like this. This is the Blu-ray combo pack. They did not release this in 4K here in the States. As of now, I bet you it could be one of those Crimes of the Future shit where they release it months down the line. But I think across seas in the UK, you could get this in 4K. But I did pick this up. It's the Maximum Rampage edition. It has an alternate ending that I'm extremely intrigued about. It has deleted and extended scenes and a gag reel and more, it says. When they say more, it's just basically trailers, but they try to get you in. But Cocaine Bear. I like this movie. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you guys have seen this. And if you don't want to purchase the Blu-ray, do check this out on Peacock. All right, y'all. This is a fun episode. I hope I brought y'all something that y'all can go watch. If y'all have some stuff that you want me to watch, DM me on Instagram at Terrell88 or on YouTube in the comments. Do all that good stuff. But yeah, stay tuned though, guys. This week we are also celebrating 420. And you can also celebrate by listening to the Overlook Hour's 419th episode. They almost just made it. And they're interviewing the girl who played the mother in Barbarian. Everyone's favorite movie from last year. I love Barbarian, didn't y'all? So Barbarian, the mother, the one with the saggy titties, with the hair coming out the nipples. Yeah, her. They're interviewing this bitch. Y'all gotta listen to this. I gotta listen to it still. But yeah, check that out on 420. The 419th episode is dropping. And yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy week. And this weekend, I'm super excited for Evil Dead Rise. I'm making my way through the Evil Dead movies. I watched the first two, and part 2 is the GOAT. Amazing. Loved it. Amazing. I want to go play the game again. Evil Dead 2 is amazing. I got the Army of Darkness and the remake to watch next. And I'm ready for Thursday. So let me know if y'all can go check that out this Thursday. When this drops, I'll probably be making my way to the theater to go check it out. But if y'all seen it, let me know, or going to see it. And yeah, it's going to be a good week. All right, guys. So have a good 420. Don't get too lit. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.